Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a different video. I had a strange occurrence happen to me a couple weeks ago when I went to Barnes & Noble, so I'm going to tell you guys a little story. I went a couple hours away to visit my family and celebrate my birthday and a bunch of other people's birthdays that happened in February, and of course my family knows what I like best and they gave me gift cards to Barnes & Noble. So I decided that we would go to one of the malls in that city because otherwise the closest Barnes & Noble is an hour away from me. So I figured I'd just go now and spend all of the money that I just got for my birthday. That's the kind of person I am. It was 7 or 8 at night and the mall closed at 9, Barnes & Noble closed at 10. So I was kind of panicked running around trying to hit all the stores that I wanted to go to and then still have time to go to Barnes & Noble. Right next to the computer where you can look up and see where different books are, they had these little stands that are called blind dates with a book. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. Basically, it's a bunch of individually wrapped books and they're wrapped in usually brown or white paper so you can't see what book it is. And then the employees write short little description or, buzzwords on the cover to try to get you to buy the books, but you don't know what book it is. So the first one caught my eye. It was very thin and it was saying that it was during World War II and it talked about like the triumph of the human spirit, and just judging based on what it said on the cover, I guessed what book it was. I thought that it was Night by Elie Wiesel. The really cute things about these books was that they had written on them like, here's my number, and then the ISBN number, which I'm sure in hindsight are for the employees to look up at the register, but I just thought that that was a really cute touch, and so I got curious and I wanted to know if I was right about that book. I looked up the ISBN number and I was right, and I was feeling pretty good, and it was a good price. I almost bought it, but the one behind it, which I did end up getting, it is described as emotional, mother-daughter, heartbreaking, enthralling, and beautiful. And here's the ISBN number and the price. I have only read a couple other books that could have been described that way, and since I was kind of on a roll, guessing one book, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I thought maybe I was kind of on the right track about what book was in this one, so I looked up the ISBN number. I 100%, like now, I don't even remember the name of the book. I just skimmed through the synopsis. It wasn't anything that I'd ever heard of, but because of what was written on the paper, I was still very intrigued. I kind of wanted it, so I decided to get it. Why not? Give it a try. So it's getting later and later. We still had a 2-hour drive, an hour and a half drive back to where we live, so I didn't want to stay too long. Josh was saying that he had a coupon for like an extra % off. We do have a Barnes & Noble membership thing, which gives us a % off as well, but he had another coupon that would go on top of that, and at one point he kind of tells me, okay, my phone is at like 2% battery, so we have to go. So I grab the books that we have and we go down the escalator to go pay. Now when I'm like standing in line, I get a little flustered. I have an armful of books, I have my purse, I'm trying to make sure I have both of the gift cards and the other cash that I had. I wanted to make sure Josh's phone didn't die. There was a lot going on. So we give the books to the lady who was at the register. As she's ringing them up, she turns the screen that displays like your total and everything away from me when she rang up this book, because when she punched in the ISBN number, it would tell you on the screen what book it was, and I was kind of flustered. I was just standing there, so I just kind of offhandedly said, oh, I already looked it up. She stops everything she's doing, kind of slams the book down, and just stares at me before saying,
I can't believe you did that. I honestly cannot believe that you looked up the title of the book.
And so I just kind of laughed because I thought she was being a little crazy and said, well, I mean, the ISBN number is on the cover. I'm paying $14.99 for this book, and I did end up buying it for what was written on the cover, and I had guessed one of the other books, which made her stop again, and she said,
oh really? What book?
So I told her that it was Night by Elie Wiesel, and she said,
I think all of the books that are left in that bin are ones that I picked out.
Which I'm assuming offended her even more because I was looking up the ISBN numbers on books that she personally picked out. I know it's like totally against the point of these blind dates for the book. I assure you guys that I got this book based on what was written on the paper. Not based on the synopsis, not based on anything else, because to be quite honest, it is nothing what I would read at all. That's all I can remember. I don't remember the title. I don't remember really anything about the book. She just got so upset. She continued checking out the books, and every once in a while she would just stop and say,
I'm honestly so mad that you looked up that book.
and it was a really awkward rest of the checkout. Like, I tried to talk about other books with her, but she was not really having it. It made me really frustrated, and it seemed very unprofessional. Like, I know it's kind of irritating because it goes against what the point of the basket was, but I have seen these blind dates for the book bins at other bookstores, and instead of putting the ISBN numbers on the front cover of the book with a cute little message that says, here's my number, surrounded by hearts, they'll put like a number. So I think I've seen other ones, specifically like number 17 or something will be in the upper corner or on the spine or on the back, somewhere really not in your face, but that number then corresponds with a sheet that they have at the registers so that you know what the ISBN number is and you don't even have to deal with anyone trying to figure out what book it is. I just think that it was a really poor choice on their part to put the ISBN number like huge across the book and not expect avid readers to try to look up and see what the book was. Yes, I know my curiosity kind of got the better of me, but again, I just thought that she acted really unprofessionally, and it was a little bit shocking how upset she was getting that I had looked up the title of this book. I'm still buying it, aren't I? So what do you guys think? Do you think that that woman was justified in getting so upset because I had looked up the ISBN number of the book, or do you think that maybe they should change their system of how they do the blind dates for the book bin at that particular Barnes & Noble? Let me know down below in the comments, and also let me know if you've had any weird stories at the bookstore of upsetting employees or anything like that. Let me know that I'm not alone and I'm not super crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!